Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the Sports Talk Network channel. And here for Talking Packers with Steve. I have a jam-packed week of videos. Also, tomorrow, returning to the channel and returning to television itself is Riverdale. Also, I see I need to shave my beard and mustache. I've had this flu and cold for the last week. I still need to deal with that part of the personal hygiene and shave this thing off. I don't want to look like a person that's lived in the woods for weeks. I don't know. Some females like people like their guys with beards. Some don't. I just don't like it because it looks too unkept in general. It's not a terrible thing. Some people can make it work, can make it look great and awesome. Some other dudes. But for me, I'd rather just have it shaved off just as much as I can have a haircut, which I hopefully will have here soon. Have that soon. So maybe that'll happen tomorrow. Maybe my next videos will be the case, which unfortunately some videos will have this way, some videos will have the other way. In the end, doesn't really matter. Hopefully you enjoy the content. Anyways, let's talk about NFL this week and past week, as we usually do. Let's go over the past week. We had the Colts against the Patriots. The Patriots getting the win. I'm looking at the scoreboards here on my phone NFL app. So get the NFL app for the breaking news to be able to, and also watch games. I found out for Sunday Night Football. Like I was literally maybe 20, 40 feet away from my television, but I already had it turned off and was going to bed. And I get an alert on my phone because I do have the NFL app and have notifications. And it just, pops up on the top of the phone and it's like, oh, it's tied game, a couple minutes left. You want to watch on the NFL Network? It doesn't really ask that way, but you know what I mean. And I go, oh, let me try this out. Let's see if this actually can happen on the NFL's official app on on a smartphone. And again, this is my first time in my life having a smartphone in general, let alone using it in this way. So I'm getting used to all these cool little things that people have been used to for a long time, especially obviously NFL fans. So I get the notification, go there, watch the game there. I'm like, oh, really? They got the NBC feed. Well, they are the NFL, so it's not like they had any trouble, but it still is okay. The only difference is they don't have the commercials. They just have the game will be back shortly with the NFL symbol there, logo. So that's the only difference. But beyond that, you get the game. So that's pretty cool. I could watch the whole game if I'm like waiting for a flight or something, or if I'm heading to WrestleMania, or this or that, or if I'm away from my television, or want to watch this for a quick moment if I'm at a party, or something. I don't know, whatever's going on a date. I don't know if I really would want to check football scores or my fantasy football during a date. I don't think she would enjoy that too much, no matter who it is, whether she's a sports fan or not. I think she would understand it a little bit if she's a sports fan, or that would be part of our date. We're both checking out things, and we show each other, hey, look, this is what my score is for the thing. I don't even know if you can see that scores I have there, but hey, this is how my fantasy football team. Like we go back and forth with our phones showing that. Like if that was the case, but if we didn't, it's a first date. Unless you just one of your questions is, are you a football fan or are you a sports fan? Are you into fantasy football? This and that, like that kind of conversation, which, me as a rambler can go on because here I'm still rambling without even going over some of these scores, all the scores. Patriots over the Colts, 38-24. Colts go to 1-4. Patriots go to 3-2. Next up, next we got the Tennessee Titans against Buffalo Bills. Bills over the Titans, 13-12. That's like a field goal. Hashka hits a 46-yard game-winning field goal. I think that name sounds familiar. I think a former Seahawk field goal kicker. I'm getting the win for Buffalo. Buffalo getting the win. Titans fall to 3-2. The Bills improve to 2-3. The Giants and the Panthers. Panthers getting the win, even though it looks like the Giants were going to go with the go-ahead touchdown to the rookie running back there. But Graham Gano hits the game-winning 63-yard field goal kick and had even room to spare, as I saw in the highlights. Panthers over the Giants, 33-31. Giants fall to 1-4. The Panthers are 3-1. Next, Miami Dolphins, Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. The Bengals getting the win, 27-17, 10-point lead and 27 unanswered points. So it was 17-0 Dolphins. Bengals starting back 27-0 run to the whole rest of the game because, like I said, the final score 27-17. So come on, Dolphins. You started undefeated. Didn't think you were going to stay that way, but these matches were going to be more competitive. And I thought your team, which is a pretty well put together team, was going to keep things at least somewhat going. I talk about stuff moving and starting to go. Browns, Ravens. Browns again. Sorry, it's getting here late in the evening. And I have this, like the last couple of days I'm at the end of the cycle of a flu and cold situation. Anyways, Browns defeating the Ravens in overtime 12-9. Greg Joseph hitting a 37-yard game-winning field goal. Up next, we got the Packers going up against the Lions. My Packers taking the L. Everything looking like a mess. No protection. Aaron Rodgers fumbling a couple of times. You got that. You don't have a lot of good things going on for your team, whatever team you are, no matter who your quarterback is. The Lions defense just showing up and showing out. Lions against the Packers. Lions getting the win 31-23. And in that last contest, the last couple of contests, we have the. Dang it. I got an alert and I was trying to get away from it. It made me accidentally click something else. I hate when it does that stuff. The only bad thing about smartphones is sensitive touch. Dang it. See, I did it again. Part of don't. Please just go up and there we go. Dolphins fall to 3-2. Bengals to 4-1. The Ravens fall to 3-2. The Browns improve to 2-1. The Packers fall to 2-1. Detroit moves 2-3. Mason Crosby missing 4 field goals, an extra point, finally making one near the end of the game when it was out of reach to make it 20 to get to 23 points. But it was just those turnovers. That being the number one stat. All the other stats, the Packers racked up. You would think we would have won the game or blew the Lions out like 45-2 or something. But that wasn't the case. You want to talk about a blowout? The Chiefs-Jaguars, a game that I had as game of the week this past week. Didn't really show it in that sense or in that way at all. Jaguars with 5 giveaways, 5 turnovers on the defense of the Chiefs. That helps just as much as we talked about with the Lions and Packers. Yeah, this time, this game didn't become close at all. The Chiefs beating the Jaguars 30-14. Hopefully things should be different and things being in Jacksonville when we get to the AFC title game. If they meet in the AFC title game, right? Ifs. Jaguars fall to 3-2. The Chiefs improved to 5-0. The Chiefs and the Rams are the only 2 teams left undefeated. No more teams are winless. It was Arizona heading into Week 5, but coming out of Week 5, heading into Week 6, Arizona has a win. And you'll be hearing about that here very soon. Broncos against the Jets. The Jets getting the win 34-16. Broncos. There's like a two-phase situation from Batman. I always go to that as my explaining of 2 different personalities. There's like 2 different teams that show up for the Broncos. One week they're an ass-kicking machine, and the other week they're formerly what the Browns used to be. So like it's weird with the Broncos, but almost the same way with the Jets. So I guess these 2 teams were meant to face each other. And the good Jets faced the bad Broncos, and the Jets beating the Broncos 34-16. The Broncos falling to 2-3, and the New York Football Jets improve to 2-3. Falcons against the Steelers. Steelers of the Falcons 41-17. Falcons fall to 1-4. Steelers 2-2-1. The Raiders go heading into LA facing the Chargers, losing 26-10. The Raiders falling to 1-4. The Chargers improving. 3-2. An NFC Championship rematch. The Vikings facing off against the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles, and getting the win on the road actually as well. Vikings over Eagles 23-21. And also a big thing that I see, Adam Thielen 100+ receiving yards in each of the first 5 games. So we'll see if that continues here for the week 6 for the Vikings. The Vikings improved to 2-2-1. Eagles dropped to 2-3. Now, as I'm sure in this, when we get to the halfway point, the mid-season, I will, as I did last season, and I think even the season before, we'll give what the playoffs would be at that point if it ends the mid-season. Who are the 6 teams in the NFC? Who are the 6 teams in the AFC? We're facing off on the road to the Super Bowl in Atlanta. Arizona Cardinals defeating the 49ers on the road, 28-18. So Arizona getting their first win. Good for Josh Rosen. Arizona evens 5 turnovers, so 49ers 5 giveaways. That helps as well. CJ Beathard not looking as great as he did last week. That'd be what it'd be. Arizona 28, 49ers 18. The Cardinals improved to 1-4. San Francisco drops to 1-4. Rams versus Seahawks. Rams over the Seahawks 33-31. Rams improved to 5-0. Seahawks fall to 2-3. And the Rams are 5-0 for the first time since the grand old year of 2001. Wasn't that just a beautiful year? I don't know. I'm sure it was okay. I was still in elementary school in 2001. I think 7th grade. Yeah, because I graduated 8th grade in 2002, June of 2002, and started high school. Boom, boom, boom. Graduated high school in 2006. So, yeah, 7th grade. All right, moving on. The Sunday Night Football game, the one that I did finish watching on my phone with this very same NFL app. Cowboys losing to the Texans. Cowboys losing to the Texans in the Battle of Texas in Houston. The game being played 19-16. Everyone hits the 36-yard game-winning field goal in overtime for Houston to defeat Dallas. 19-16. Dallas falls to 2-3. Houston improves to 2-3. And then Monday Night Football game. Good thing I was watching Raw. Good thing I was focusing on my game of Who Done It, which was kept getting delayed and won't be beginning until tomorrow night, Wednesday night. Side note there, at 2018 Who Done It on Twitter. Again, at 2018 Who Done It on Twitter for that game. If you want to follow along, see how I do. Saints crushing the Redskins, or Washington team, as I call them, 43-19. Washington falls to 2-2. The Saints improve to 4-1. And the teams that were on a bye, the 2-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the 5-1 Chicago Bears. Jameis Winston starting for Tampa Bay moving forward, and the Bears moving forward face the Dolphins. And if they keep on winning and the Packers keep on looking the way they are, the Bears might have a stranglehold on the NFC North Division. We can thank the Bears fans can thank John Gruden and thank the Oakland Raiders for that being possible. And I'm not saying the Bears would have been terrible if they didn't get or weren't able to acquire it, but acquiring Khalil Mack, but that certainly galvanized that, improved that defense. Of course, Khalil Mack is still in his prime, just starting to, and determining a big contract. But like I said last week, it wasn't just him and his abilities that improved their defense and their team overall. And while they're 5-1, they still have the same quality. They still had other issues and needs. Sorry about that. But it made it better, and in that, helping them to be a better team overall. Like, it's one of those within kind of things, if you understand what I'm saying there. But let's move on to week 6 and let's predict these week's games of action. We'll start with Thursday Night Football on Fox, Amazon Prime, and also the NFL Network. So 3. So we definitely should be able to watch, maybe even the NFL app if it gives you an alert to do so. Anyways, Eagles against the Giants, 2-3 Eagles against the 1-4 Giants. I'm going with the Eagles over the Giants, getting the win on the road after something that lost they did to the Vikings at home, getting a win on the road. I have Eagles over the Giants, 24-13 there. Sunday, Jameis Winston taking over his team back. Buccaneers against the Falcons, 2-2 against 1-4. Yeah, don't let the records fool you. The Pelicans are still a good team. I have Atlanta getting the win over Tampa Bay, 27-20 there. Other Sunday noon games, you got the Steelers against the Bengals. The 2-1 Steelers facing off against the 4-1 Bengals in Cincinnati. I have the Bengals over the Steelers, 21-13. Chargers against the Browns. The 3-2 Chargers go into Cleveland to face the 2-1 Cleveland Browns. This one's going to be an interesting game for sure. Also, I wanted to share my matchup of the week, and that would be the Chiefs against the Patriots. Chiefs against the Patriots in that game definitely going to deliver, and I'm probably going to be picking them to get the W. Indeed. Be like Wilson from Home Improvement. Remember Home Improvement? That was a good show. Right. Anyways, back to predicting the 3-2 Chargers against the 2-1 Browns. I'm going to go with a close game. Chargers getting the win overtime, 23-20. Chargers. I'm sorry, Jay. He's a fan of the Cleveland Browns. Moving right along, we have the 2-3 Bills traveling to Houston to face the 2-3 Houston Texans. Both teams coming up big wins, and one being a second win, one being an overtime win. But both teams coming up wins and close victories. This one's another close victory. I got Houston over Buffalo, 35-30 in that contest. We have the Bears off of their bye week, just as much as Tampa Bay was off of their bye week, traveling to Miami. So the 3-1 Bears travel to face the 3-2 Miami Dolphins. I have the Bears over the Dolphins, 45-17 in that contest. Khalil Mack is going to destroy the Dolphins. Offensive line, or at least the offensive linemen he's facing off against, what's going on, helping his whole entire defense overall. Miami just seems like they're spiraling out of control, at least record-wise, not in the locker room-wise, as it seems from their hot start. So remember, at one point during this season, early season, all the teams in Florida were undefeated. Yep. All right. Arizona against Minnesota. The 1-4 Arizona Cardinals traveling to Minnesota face the 2-1 Vikings. Vikings over the Cardinals, 45-21. The 1-4 Colts traveling to New York to face the 2-3 New York Football Jets. I got the Colts over the Jets, 35-28. This game being in London, the Seahawks against the Raiders. The Raiders giving up giving up their home game to have the game being played in London. I have this. Okay, first we have the 2-3 Seahawks heading to the 1-4 Raiders. I have the Seahawks over the Raiders, 24-21. Next up, we have the 3-1 Panthers traveling to Washington D.C. to face Washington. They're 2-2 is their record. I got the Panthers over Washington, 25-21. Actually, 24-21. Granola with another game-winning field goal. There, that's my prediction. Next up, we got the 5-0 Rams traveling to Denver to face the 2-3 Broncos. I have the Rams over the Broncos, 38-13 in that contest. Another afternoon game, we got the Jaguars against the Cowboys. The Jacksonville Jaguars, 3-2, traveling to Dallas to face the 2-3 Dallas Cowboys. I have Jacksonville over Dallas, getting the win. Jacksonville over Dallas, 24-13. Ravens and Titans. Baltimore Ravens, who are 3-2, traveling to Tennessee to face the 3-2 Titans as well. Ravens getting the win over the Titans on the road, 13-3. In a close contest, low scoring, of course, there. Next up to the game of the week, my game of the week, Sunday Night Football on NBC. The Kansas City Chiefs at Patriots. The 5-0 Kansas City Chiefs traveling to New England to face the 3-2 Patriots. I have the Patriots getting the win over Kansas City, ending their undefeated streak. Patriots over Chiefs, 35-27. And Monday Night Football, the Packers, us team. Do we deserve this? Sure. We're facing the Niners. Okay. Would have been more interesting if Garoppolo was playing. I'm sure the NFL felt that way when they were scheduling. But it is what it is. And it's too early in the season. Games should not be flexed yet. I do have the Packers over the 49ers 35-21. Go Pack Go. The 1-4 49ers heading to here to Green Bay. Lambeau Field, Frozen Tundra, and also the 2-2-1 Green Bay Packers. And the teams on a bye this week, here for week 6, are the 4-1 Saints. And congratulations to Drew Brees, going the all-time passing yardage #1 person there. And then the Lions at 2-3 have a bye. My team, the Packers, actually have a bye next week in week 7. So there you go, at home. But yeah, like I said, when we get to week 8 or 9, one of those 2 weeks, or maybe even both, why not? Either way, I will then give my, what the playoffs would be at that point if the season ended there. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. Like I said, my game of the week is Patriots against the Chiefs. Last week it was Chiefs against Jaguars. Hopefully this one won't disappoint me in the way that the Chiefs-Jaguars one did. But I will be predicting this team to end the undefeated season that has been awesome for the Chiefs. So, there you go. You can't bet against Tom Brady. You certainly try, but... Anyways, hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Welcome to leave your comment section below, your thoughts on things. Who do you think is the best team in the NFC, best team in the AFC as well? Also, the Jaguars did add Jamal Charles to the roster, too. So I just want to add that little nugget tidbit because there are injuries and other things going on with their running back depth. Hope you all have a great rest of your evening, rest of your day tomorrow. I'll be back here with my next video, wherever that wanted to be, because I have a lot of videos going on this week. So whenever I'm live, whenever I'm doing the next video, you will know if you are subscribed, and you'll also know more so if you are ringing the bell. You get a notification, I'm sure either on your phone, tablet, device, in your emails, however that works with YouTube. But either way, enjoy. Enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And above all else, as always, take care.